I swear it takes longer and longer and longer to get Boogie with the Bull Uncensored to start. And I don't know if it's on StreamYard's end or it's on Facebook's end, but either way, Boogie with the Bull, a rare Saturday broadcast, as I normally call them. Randy Rhodes has joined with me. He has to go about 11 o'clock, so we got to get down to business. We are live on Facebook on the Dave Wilburn profile with a live chat. We're live on the Boogie with the Bull public page with a live chat, and over on YouTube, the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel, we are live there with a live chat. So come join us if you have comments, suggestions, and we'll go from there. Good morning, Dr. Rhodes. I understand that, like I said, you have to be out at 11 o'clock. I guess business must be booming over there at All Roads. That's RHODES. All Roads Lead to Home Genealogy Services here on Facebook.
Yes. Yeah, past couple of days, I picked up some potential. Last night I picked up one. He is a returning client. He is a teacher. He has two daughters who was absolutely amazed at their father's heritage, especially when it came to the relationship to a female singer that they absolutely adored.
Can you name which one?
Oh,
well, you're not naming the gentleman, so can you name the singer?
Oh, God, I knew you were going to ask me that question, and her name absolutely evades my memory.
Okay, then we'll get it from you from another time. But like I've said,
I have it in my drawer, but that'll take some time.
Okay. Right, but like I said, if any of your 15 minutes to genealogy famers are actually serious about it or interested in doing it, we'll do a half an hour of fame that shows what you have found if you're interested.
Well, they're actually all on Facebook.
Yep.
They've all agreed I could use their names as referrals. So Minnie Esposito, she's actually on Facebook. She is a very strong supporter of the South. She has several Facebook. Timothy Miles, he's also on Facebook. He is a supporter of the South. He's actually a assistant commander of a camp, they call him. David Cooper, he's actually a sociology. He's a teacher of history. They call him different things now, but he teaches history. He's originally from Canada.
Real history, none of this CRT stuff.
Correct. He's actually trying to get his school to allow me to remotely teach a class about genealogy. So he's working on that.
Oh, that would be awesome.
It would be
cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's working on that. But he's from Canada, and then there's others.
That would be really cool.
Beth McCord, she's actually related to me.
Beth McCord is related to you, and Beth McCord probably wishes that she is not ever related to anything on Facebook with me. No, I like to tease Beth. But
when she found out, she was actually very excited. She's actually related to me on the Rhodes side of my family. So she was actually very excited about that.
That's Rhodes, RHODES, not to be confused with ROADS.
Right? No, the RHODES. She's actually very excited about that. So that's very exciting. But I digress. But there's so many things going on. But one of the things that I tried to stress is to protect history. Like yesterday, can you believe this, Dave? The left hate history so much, they actually destroyed. Get ready for this. They actually destroyed the tombstone yesterday of the horse that General Lee rode on.
That's just terrible. They destroyed the horse.
The horse is buried.
Oh, okay.
No, God, that would be true. That'd be even worse.
I'm sorry, that was rude of me.
But they destroyed the tombstone. So now You have to actually know where the horse is buried to go, to give homage or whatever you want to call it to where the horse is buried. But they freaking destroyed the tombstone of the horse that General Lee rode on.
It's just terrible. That is just, I mean, we've said this, Beth. I'm not Beth, but Beth is more than welcome to join us anytime she wants. Jen, you and I and others, Michael Anthony, have been on and said that, it doesn't make any sense to me at all how after hundreds of years, these statues have been there and everybody celebrated them for whatever they were. And then now this cancel culture, CRT culture, whatever you want to call it, comes in and says, we can't have them there anymore. I mean, I think up in Boston, they had problems and in other Italian communities where the statue of Columbus, it was time to take the Columbus statue down. And to me, it's just, don't go to that part of town. Don't sit in that park if it bothers you.
Hey, don't walk down that street.
Go to the Parks and Recs Commission and try to get permission for a park that, a pride park or something, that has whoever you want to celebrate.
I actually read where some of the statues that were taken down that belonged to Confederates, they actually melted down the copper and the brass and stuff, and they reused it to make monuments to some of the blacks who were
that to me, I'm sorry I cut you off, but I always do. That to me is the highest insult. If you really want to do that, you have to be thinking, why are you contaminating your statue with the statue of someone you don't want? Because if it was my statue and you tore it down so that you could use it to make one of yours, I'm going to come and haunt yours for the rest of the time.
Yeah,
I know. It just, to me, it's just kind of ridiculous.
It is. But, I've been watching all kinds of different variations of news. And, Dave, it's getting harder and harder to try and find pure, honest newscasts to where they're actually broadcasting the truth. It used to be a day where you could turn on a Fox News or a CNN News or even a local broadcast. WGAL Channel 8, that was here in Lancaster County. That was the news channel that everyone in Lancaster County could turn to and and sit back and feel that was the news that was going to be the honest news. It's sort of like a Leave It to Beaver moment. Dad can come home from work, sit in the back, have his cup of coffee, mom's in the kitchen, and Dad can turn on the news, and there it is, honest to goodness news. You can't find that.
Yeah.
And
I do have to kind of jump in and say, to you working fathers, to you working mothers and the stay-at-home fathers who have reversed the role, as far as I'm concerned, that's okay in this world. I know everybody says that no, mom has to stay home and take care of the house and homeschool the kids and this, that, and the other thing. And sometimes mom has to work and dad has to stay home and raise the kids, and it's not reversing a male-female role. It's just, that's how it goes. But that's enough out of me on that one. Back to Randy Rhodes, already in progress.
Yeah, that's okay. But I'm trying to get the honest to goodness to news as to first off, what's going on in Ukraine? Who's winning? Is it stalemate? And you watch the video. First off, I don't see any video in the news of combat on my normal to go news broadcast is
Newsmax.
Newsmax. And first of all, I'm so freaking tired of the same advertising. It's like, I don't care about investing what I have. The nights in the grocery store, and it's like, I don't. I mean, they must have like 6 advertisers, and I'm so damn tired of the same 6 advertisers. It's like, and then you get a marketing division to get more advertisers, but it's like, you have to sit through. And of course, it's live streaming. So as soon as I turn on Newsmax on my TV, it goes right to the freaking advertising. So I got to sit through 3 or 4 ads to get to the news. Then I get like 5 minutes of news. Then it goes back to the damn advertising. Then it goes to the news. Then it goes back to the advertising. I go, come on, I want to know what's going on in Ukraine. And forget about news on the weekend.
What I've seen, or what I think I'm seeing, is we're not seeing any real footage of war action because the Ukrainians are getting their butts kicked.
I agree.
And then I see friends of mine posting. They're not really memes. It's just a statement behind a color, so that as it goes through the news feed, you notice it. And the recurring one I keep seeing is 365 times 200, meaning something like 365 days a year, people in Ukraine are getting like $200. And it works out to something like $73,000 a year. And if that is happening, I hope the Biden regime and Janet Yellen, our beloved Secretary of the Treasury, and or Director of the Fed, or whatever the hell she does, gets called in behind the House and the Senate and has to explain why Americans who really need that $73,000 a year from our government aren't getting it. I'm tired of hearing vets who went and served, vets who went, served, did their time, did whatever, came back with injuries, leg injuries, or were told at some point it's service connected, you're going to have to get your knees redone. And then every year get told, no, wait another year. No, put the $73,000 toward doing that. Or even members of their families who have issues, put the $73,000 toward that. You don't want to just give people $73,000 because you're afraid of what they're going to do with it. Put it into a health savings account where you can't touch it, they can, whenever they need it, and or figure out something. But the pallets of cash to Ukraine need to end, because the pallets of cash to the cities in the United States and the people in the United States, or the pallets of cash to finish the border wall, need to be done. Back to Randy Rhodes, already in progress.
I was just wondering, with I guess a large portion of Ukraine being in rubble, how are the people themselves surviving as far as having money to buy food and stuff, and keeping the lights turned on and so forth? Is the United States, providing cash to the government to provide to the people so they have money to pay for these things? I mean, obviously, the local market's been destroyed, the local manufacturing been destroyed. So are these people finding some way to work to get paid by somebody, or is the government handing out money?
Well, I'm assuming that it's the Zelensky government is taking some of that trillions of dollars in economic aid and helping to take care of their people, like you would think any good government would. But
Okay.
But,
Okay. Wait.
okay, go ahead.
You're saying any good government.
Well, that's what I said. Keyword was
the Zelensky government.
Well, the Zelensky government evidently is backed by the United States of America, whatever we have given them, and supposedly 40 other countries that are giving them money as well. And the only thing that comes to mind is in watching the American Rebellion last night. Jerry Michaels was on with Jen Woodruff and Michael Anthony, and they were talking about child trafficking and how this is just an out of control situation that just needs to be dealt with once and for all. So my question was, while I was watching last night, was, are these 40 other countries money laundering through Ukraine, just like the Bidens are rumored to be and everybody else is rumored to be? And if they are, as other people have said on other broadcasts, are we not, whatever we're seeing, if we're not seeing actual footage of what's actually going on in Ukraine, is it being shot on backlots of studios? People still think that we're not sending rockets to the moon or to space. You have to decide for yourself based on what you see. But I guess at this point, I'm so tired of the government lying to us or lying to me that it isn't so much wanting to take everybody up against a brick wall or march them up to the gallows one by one, and parachutes and ripcord and trapdoors and all of that. It's just, if they all sat you down and said, this is what we were doing, and we accepted it was bad, and we're going to resign from our position, and hopefully the country will get back to where it was that you and everybody else wanted it to be, would you be okay with that? Or is this a situation where the bad people have to pay and the good people have to get promoted?
Ask the question again.
If, say, Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden, Barack Obama, Clapwood, whatever his name was, all of those people in the deep state came and said, we want to do a town hall with you, Randy Rhodes, and we're just going to confess to everything. But we're hoping that we're not going to be put up against brick walls one by one and or escorted up to the gallows one by one, where our parachutes and the trapdoors are going to open, and that's the end of us. And maybe here is how you get it back to where it should be. Would you be okay, or do people have to die to correct?
So you're saying if all these people come to me and confess their sins, as long as they don't suffer any punishment, but everything goes back to the way it should be, and they walk away free and clear, will I be okay with that?
I mean, I'm expecting you to say no. But I'm expecting you, Randy Rhodes, I'm expecting you to say no. There might be some people that might say, okay.
Okay, so if they come to me and confess their sins, and everything gets reset back, and Trump's in office, and the son's the vice president, and his daughter's, is the Speaker of the House, and everything is, or maybe Secretary of Defense, and the world's back to, and everything's happy-dory, and Pollyanna is walking out, dancing down the street. But they're still walking. I'd be happy with that. I mean, because you know when I say that, if I'm expecting them to go to prison or go up against the wall and get shot because of being because of treason, they'll never confess their sins.
Yeah. Well, some of them I can't imagine. I can't imagine that Hillary Clinton honestly would sit down before anybody, confess to all of her sins, and even on her own, not just hop a plane to Epstein Island and put herself against a wall and swallow a bullet. Because remember when she said, if I go down, I'm going to take all you down with me, has always felt to me, she told those people that, if I go down, even if they don't come for you, you know what you have to do.
And I don't see that happening. If Hillary Clinton said that, if it comes out that Hillary Clinton is going to be escorted to courthouse number 1 on July 20th to stand before a judge and reveal all that she knows. Okay, the day before that happens, her house is going to blow up.
Oh yeah.
And there'll be no evidence of anyone surviving. She ain't going to survive that.
But then the thing that comes to me is, how do you know that she perished in that? It's like,
there's that too.
Okay. We heard that Epstein hung himself in his cell, but we didn't see any proof of Epstein in a body bag or any footage of what we would believe is Epstein's body getting autopsied to confirm identity. Just like when Barack Obama said, we have bin Laden's body in a body bag and we're going to dump it.
Yeah. We're going to dump it. Right? According to custom. Come on.
Well, no, according to according to the rules of war, the body has to be returned to whoever. And I'm okay with that. But at least before you do that, prove to us that the guy is dead and prove to us that it's his body and not a bag of rocks.
The guy lives in a desert. According to custom, he should have been buried in the sand, not in a friggin' ocean.
No, I believe if you dig in deep enough to M rules of the game, just like the USA has rules of the game, it's supposed to be returned. The body is supposed to be returned to the family so that the family can, if they choose to, follow their religious traditions.
Maybe you sacrifice two or three or four of his female slaves or whatever.
Well, but I don't know. I don't know. Everybody wants everything done their way, and nobody's going to get it done their way. And in the meantime, if we don't start doing some things here in America,
we ain't going to have America.
We ain't going to have America. Don Moody's watching the show and says, thank you, guys, for doing what we do. She appreciates it. Good morning, Don. And Bobby Moppet is watching, and unfortunately, I hit the wrong name that came up, and it said Bobby Brooks is watching, but Bobby Moppet, it is you that is watching, and both of you are welcome to come into the live. Well, Don's in the live chat on the Dave Glovin profile. Bobby is more than welcome to come in. Don says we rock. And
you know what really irks me? There's a lot of things that irks me.
What, we rock irks you?
No. You know what really irks me? Okay, let's start with this. Okay, let's start with this. My wife's mother, God bless her soul, she, when her husband passed away, it really hit her. It hit her hard. Okay.
Yep.
And she came down with dementia and then Alzheimer's, and then she passed away. But during the time of her dementia, we were accused of elder abuse because we were trying to keep her in her home for as long as we could. Okay. Yep. So, but eventually she went into a nursing home. But here we have this individual, okay, in the White House who can't talk for himself. He can't walk by himself. He can't probably dress himself. He can't do anything for himself. That's why they have all these people in place. That's why they have the X on the floor. That's why they have the Easter Bunny escorting. And I can go through all the list of things that they have to to give him the support that he needs to survive. Okay.
Yep.
That is elder abuse. So
I heard originally, I'm sorry. I heard originally, and I didn't ever see it happen, that supposedly Kamala Harris's job was to get elected and use the 25th Amendment, which she didn't do.
Well, then if that's the case, we should use it against her because.
Well, it will then, right.
Okay,
I think that's what she was afraid of, that the Democrats were the Democrat super Congress. That's exactly what they would do. But my fear then is Secretary Pete becomes President Pete. And
folks, I have something very important to tell you. A very, very important word. The word is AI. 2 letters. The very important. It stands for artificial intelligence. Very important. Did you see that video?
I haven't seen it.
You've got to see that.
But I have seen so many of them, and now there is a website that you can go to. You can set up an avatar that looks just like you or I on the screen. You can work with it so that it matches your voice, and then you don't even have to give it a script. You can tell it what we want to talk about on a Boogie with the Bull broadcast, and you and I would just do it. We'd never have to be there. And in some cases, now that website takes it and gets you on YouTube where you're monetized, gets you on Facebook where you're monetized, gets it on Rumble where you're monetized, and you just shut up and get money. And I could never do that. I could absolutely never do that.
You know, Dave, it's a sad world that we live in. It's a sad country that we live in. We got a guy who has dementia, probably Alzheimer's. We got a woman who should be a kindergartner teacher, preschool teacher. She'd be a great romper room teacher. You remember the show Romper Room?
Yep.
I grew up with that. The Magic Mirror.
Don says, actually, thanks to StreamYard, comments are coming up like they're supposed to today. They should be. Yeah. Look, wait a minute. Let me get that again. AI freaks me out. It'll be our demise. And you're probably 100% right, Don. It will be, because it won't be Commander-in-Chief Biden. Don't ever allow me to say that again. But CIC Biden writing in with a bunch of AI General Millies. And
how about the Pentagon, Dave? Have you been keeping up with the Pentagon?
They're all AI now?
Well, no, I don't know about that, but they are coming out, Dave, and they are admitting to all the alien ships.
Yep.
They said
I figured at some point
they are making Michael look good.
I figured at some point they would, and I figured at some point,
Michael, you're right.
I've always figured at some point that Mark Zuckerberg he's too embarrassed, but he's probably a droid. He's probably an AI on Facebook now anyway, whenever you see him, is going to have to admit that Michael Anthony was right, and it was right all along.
Michael, you're right. They're underwater cities.
But what Michael is right about is not that it's now UFOs being seen on a regular basis. It's that they were coming in on a regular. They're not all of a sudden coming here now, like you're trying to say. They've been coming here, and it's like you all hear me talk about the scene in one of the Men in Black movies where Tommy Lee Jones takes Will Smith into that back room, and it's a wall with 100,000 little cubes, and he asks what that is, and Q, I think, says to him that those are all the resident aliens, and we monitor them, 24/7. And I walked away from that seeing that the first time when I first saw that movie, I've seen it like 100 times, but the first time going, okay, so now there's two humans sitting somewhere in front of a bank of monitors, and
I wouldn't doubt it.
This is what they're watching all day long.
I wouldn't doubt that there are aliens living among us, and there is a room like that.
And how they listen and listen to everything. This tablet, I was on it yesterday. It's an Android 11.
Saw me.
And it's an Android 11, and it's an antique Android, and I just happen to like it. I was on it yesterday, and just for the hell of it, knowing that Google's listening, I said small bowel obstruction. Not telling Google to search for small bowel obstruction, just saying it. It came up in the Google search bar, and that's where it went. And then I said, I forget, I said something else, and that came up. So it wasn't even me. My mic wasn't on. It was, well, I mean, I didn't tell it through my mic to go search anything particular. So, you know, and what scares me is like what everybody says. You know, you can't say anything even if you have all of your devices turned off.
Yeah, somehow they turn themselves back on. But you know, I was amazed that they're saying that there are underwater cities. They have been confirmed. The Navy has been chasing them, and then the ships go down underwater so deep that they can't track them. But the military is admitting that they are there, and they have been there for many years. And it's damn.
Then you hear them talk about. You hear like Michael would talk about reptilians, people who have lived underground for thousands of years, with cities underground that rival things that cities that you see above soil. You go and see the movie Ben, where Ben had, it might have been in the sewers, but it certainly didn't look like the sewers, or what you think would be down in the sewers.
And then you see these older black and white photos from the World War II and so forth. And it's been confirmed. I mean, it's not like they've been manipulated. Where you'll see a man who's dressed, and he's not dressed for the appropriate time frame, or you'll see a soldier who appears to have like a cell phone in his hand. When you start looking for these kind of things, it's freaky. But I've been saying for a long time that there's no way in hell that this is the only planet of all the billions and billions of planets in this universe, universe of universes, that has intelligent life on it.
I think what I've said is we have 8 or 9 in our galaxy or our universe, whatever you want to call it. It had to be that either we all had life and we all traveled between them, and something happened, and one by one, they ceased to exist, and they all ended up, we all ended up here. But sometimes when I'm on with Michael Anthony, I have wanted to say to him, if I haven't, that I want to interview Bigfoot one day, but not from the point of view of exposing Bigfoot and finally proving that there is one. It's how has he and his family managed to survive so long, having to adapt to these people that came and took over, and how crazy it is to have to live with it. Someone just passed me a message I saw in the group chat before the group chat went away that $2,000 would be paid to anybody who came on to the broadcast. It wasn't me. It was Michael Anthony will pay you $2,000 to be on his broadcast. $1,000 per hour is what. So you have to go talk to Michael Anthony. Anyway, Maureen Carroll is watching, Don Marie is watching, and Bobby Maupin is watching. And the live chats for anyone watching are on the Dave Globan profile, the Boogie with the Bull True Patriot Talk public group post, and over on the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel. It is, let me see, 10:40. So Randy Rhodes has about another 20 minutes before he has to wrap it up and take care of all roads lead to home genealogy business. And if you haven't figured out what that is, we'll give him a couple of minutes before he goes to share it with you. And if you're looking for it, Randy is the person to go to. This is not a compensated endorsement, other than saying that Randy has done my chart a few times now, I think, because I've gotten mad at the world and told him to rip it up, tear it, delete it. And because of that, he has not been able to find whether or not I am directly related to anybody, quote unquote, famous and or royalty.
No, what happened is, you get some people who genealogies hit some brick walls, and you have to be able to talk to that person one-on-one, either on a phone call or in a Zoom or a StreamYard visit to nail down some specifics. And I was never able to get that conversation with Dave to get more specificity as to the information I needed to nail down that wall.
Right.
But that's the reason why, like with Jerry's wife, she's also Jewish, and I hit that wall. And it seems to be more with Jewish people for some reason, because I have a friend who's also Jewish, and I was able to get to a certain point. But again, with her name, I started getting into too many people with the same last name, and it got confusion going on. Yeah. So then her husband passed away, so I kind of like put the brakes on that for a while. So at some point, I have to, go back to her and pick up from there.
Well, I'll get him going again.
But
maybe the truth is I'm just so embarrassed that he hit brick walls that I don't want to delude anyone from Randy going and finding. But 15 minutes gets you 15 generations. No, I think it's 5 generations, but it's a lot of information. And Randy will probably prove me wrong when I say this statement, but I can't think that there are very, very many people that, based on what Randy finds in the 5 generations going back in the 15 minutes, that they don't want to hear more. I mean, maybe someone doesn't, but depending on who or what you found. Like even with me, if you came back and I'm Jewish and I'm a direct descendant of Adolf Hitler, I'd still want to know.
It's like
where and why. I mean, I still think that if anything, he either lost. I mean, I'm sure there were dementia and Alzheimer's people on both sides of the family before, but he would have carried on the family traditions.
There's always that conversation about DNA, and I don't want my DNA, done. I don't want people to trace me with my DNA. But if you really are that concerned about DNA, then you really need to watch what you leave behind, because DNA can be traced in so many different ways. Your trash can, the tissues you blow your nose in, the Q-tips you clean your ears out with, the toilet paper.
Don't say that. That's what I was thinking. I was going, he's going to say.
There's so many different ways of tracing your DNA. So just because there's companies out there that make a living, that have they make a living, doing DNA tests, doesn't mean they can't trace you down. I mean, with the satellites in the sky, just
the one that scares me.
The sky, boom, they got you. Since
you said toilet paper, the move step forward from there is that Cologuard. You basically do your business in the box. Well, I'm sure you pack it up more safely, but every time that commercial comes on, I'm laughing as hard as I can because I'm looking at Donna. Here it is. Here it is. Open the box, shit in the box, seal the box, and
That's what I use.
And I'd hate to, I'd hate to be the person at Cologuard who has to like look at the box. Oh, Randy Rose, Rose, rip that seal open, do it, and just because.
Can you imagine?
They might just want to screw it up on purpose.
Company. I'm telling you, I hope they pay those people a lot of money.
What impresses me is there are people who are willing to pay the owners of that company a lot of money to get the information that they want. What's more impressive to me is that company, if you look at it, really doesn't pay the person who does the test anything worth the amount of money to do that test. And even if they do, I mean, you're at a party and you're drinking with people and, everybody's talking about the jobs they do. Oh, I work at Cologuard and I'm the person who opens up the box and does the test.
Or you ask that question after he shakes your hand. Hey, how you doing?
Right.
I work with Cologuard.
And you look at the person as everybody else is introducing themselves. Yeah, I'm Dave Globin. And someone might go, oh, you're the Boogie with a Bull guy from Facebook. I know you. And we're all laughing and having a good time. But you got to look at that person from Cologuard's face. He or she's kind of trying to make notes.
Well, what about the? I don't know if they still do it, but when I was in the Air Force and you're going through the line, you get your medical checkup done, and you're in your drawers. You're like, hey, drop your drawers and bend over.
Woo! Well, you gotta figure that before those needles go in the biological waste bag to get destroyed. Did anybody ever wonder if there's some guy's job or some girl's job at the Army whose job it is to take the needles out, jab them into something, catch the DNA, and then just catch the samples, and then it's their job to turn it over to somebody else who verifies whose DNA came from what needle. And I wouldn't surprise me if they do that already. But I mean.
Oh my! How quickly our conversation goes into the toilet, huh?
Literally.
Oh my gosh! So what else is going on in the world? Let's see. The King of England, has he done anything?
I haven't heard anything from Charles or.
He's been pretty quiet. I thought for sure once she got the crown and so forth, he was going to take over the world.
The last thing I read was, I guess, that Harry and Meghan. It was on one of the supermarket tabloids. I think it was the Star or the Sun, whatever it is, at the Register, that they're having serious financial trouble.
Yeah.
But the question that I would want to ask is, even though they quit Royal Family Incorporated, Elizabeth II was his grandmother. So you have to figure that something money-wise went from her to him, and their children are still bloodline royals, whether or not they're acknowledged. Because, and I'd like to know whether or not they are, because you know that when Andrew and Fergie divorced, Elizabeth II made sure that the daughters were going to remain with Andrew for reasons that we probably don't want to go into, but they were going to stay with Andrew because they're direct in line to the throne. But I don't understand how Harry can have financial problems. You know, for a while, Charles was still sending him his allowance and this, that, and the other thing. But, you know, back to the Randy Roadshow, already in progress.
According to what I just Googled, Prince Harry, because of like they're like book deals, podcasts, you know, multimedia kind of deals, he's worth 135 million, which is not a lot.
No, but it's enough to keep
he's not broke. But it's not a lot. So let's compare him to his brother. How much is his brother worth?
Oh, I'm sure William is worth a lot more.
William.
Because William stands to get everything that Elizabeth II left Charles will go directly to William.
Whoa.
Yeah. Probably got to be in the billions at least.
Yeah.
Plus, they own everything that China doesn't own anyway.
Yeah, he's worth more than $1 billion. So
yeah. So I'm sure it's a lot more than 1 billion.
Yeah.
Trump supposedly is only worth 3 or 4, 2 or 3, depending on who you talk to.
You know, it's still sad when they used to own the world. Now down to a handful of countries. They're struggling to keep those going. But I
guess the worst thing she did was, sorry for cutting you off again, but I guess the worst thing she did really was taking the monarchy out of the government.
Yeah. That's
because if you look around the world, there's still kings and queens that run the show, and I don't know what she was trying to do. I don't know what her mindset was. Be curious, what her mindset was when she said, "We're just going to give the government back to you." And
maybe she saw what happened to the New World, where the people managed to overthrow the kingdom there, and actually won the battle, even though there's we were just farmers and store clerks. We managed to kick them out of the New World. Maybe she was afraid the same thing is going to happen across the board. They decided to start giving up the government, removing the government. But
she didn't have problems with the. I know we're not supposed to say she didn't have a problem with the M's coming in and taking over London or other areas, or China showing up in London and opening up CCP police, or so.
My personal belief.
She just wanted, because she'd done it for so long. Maybe she just wanted to take her money and go home.
My personal belief right now, and I'm not sure how this conversation will go, but my personal belief right now, for what is left of the free world, I'm talking England, I'm talking Canada, and I'm talking Australia. Europe is gone unless the governments get their military out in the streets and start kicking ass. But England, Canada, Australia, and the United States, if we're to survive and save our nations, our government's got to start kicking out the illegals. And I mean kick them out, remove them from our country, and send them back to where they came from. Otherwise, we're going to have the exact same problem that France, Germany, Belgium, and Sweden's have right now, and that is them burning down the cities.
Yep. And I think we need to do something to China, and I don't know what it is, to make sure they understand, just like any other country in the world needs to understand. You don't come into the United States and go into the capital of the United States, New York City, and set up your own police departments.
And we got to start shooting down those damn balloons.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't allow when the M's were coming in and taking over big cities, and the new cruiser said Sharia law on it. That very quickly was told, no, you can't do that.
We allow them to run for we allow them to run for office, and now we have them in D.C. We have them in Michigan.
Okay, hang on just a second. Jerry, there was a hasty decision to destroy the group chat, but here is the link. Actually, you won't see it there. I don't know if you'll see it there. So give me just a second to get back in here, and I'll get it. I'll get it in here for you. And give me just a minute. Actually, we'll do it this way. It just doesn't. And I will allow you. It's a good thing. You're welcome to come on, Jerry, because Randy has to leave in about very, very quickly. And I can go till 11 o'clock. So give me just a second to make sure I got this in right. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. No, don't do that. I can't do this on this one and do it here. I haven't figured out yet how on stream.
I can send it to Jerry.
Okay. If I'm on the live, if I'm on, actually here, I actually did it this way. I forgot.
Let's send it, Jerry.
It's right here.
Yeah.
It's actually right there. I purposely did that way ahead of time so that we would be able to do that. It's StreamYard.com/SU66N7IARK. I purposely did it that way for a reason. When I typed it into the live chat a second ago, I left out the slash between .com and the SU, because if you type it in that way, it won't go. But Jerry, you are more than welcome to join us. Anyone else is more than welcome to join us. The group chat looked like there was going to be an issue, and it was just easier to go back to the old way of sending people the link when they want to join. But you're welcome to join. And like I said, Randy has a couple minutes left before he has to go, unless he can stay longer. And then
I picked up these people yesterday. I started working on their stuff.
No. Time is money, and money is time. And
no, I would just say money. I was just say quality of the work for the clients is more important.
But before you blow off StreamYard, there is a way to use a camera use a phone.
Yeah, I saw the video. I'm not smart enough to figure it out.
And the only thing that bites about StreamYard, I actually think they're the best of the live streaming services. But the only problem is you can't call somebody and talk to them, tech support.
Yeah, that sucks.
You can go in and talk to someone, and 99% of the time they know what they're talking about, but human tech support telling me what to do, or human tech support watching me do what I need to do. You can send them a link to yours, and they get in, and they can watch. But really, human tech support would be. No. The eminent philosopher on StreamYard and all things StreamYard gave you the answer. You have to pay.
No, I know that.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. I
went to the $59.
But
I went to the $59 package, and I saw where it says you can add the second camera. I saw that, my PC acknowledged the camera as my cell phone as a second camera. I got that, but I couldn't get the StreamYard to recognize the cell phone as the second camera. So I went and I saw the StreamYard video showing how to do the cell phone as a second camera. But from what I could see and understand, I had to download a software to connect the StreamYard through that software to use my cell phone. So I went to download that software to my PC to use for my StreamYard for my camera. My PC said, "No, not safe. Don't download. Not safe. Don't download." So I didn't download it.
Oh, okay. Well, I kind of like them. Here we have the Boogie with the Bull piano lounge.
Yeah. You ever played the piano?
I can't. My father used to be able to. Our daughter-in-law can play. And
yes, well, I'm going to parachute so Jerry can jump in.
Okay.
You have a good day.
I will. Thanks for coming, and we'll
Thanks
do
for
it
having
again
me.
soon.
Yep. Bye-bye.
All right. Randy, all roads lead to home. Give me just a minute to get back to where I need to be. No, well, it's not going to let me do that. So we'll just come back in with that. Never give up. I like that one anyway in the background. You should never give up on what you're doing anyway. And always a pleasure to have Randy Rhodes on. Like I said, all roads lead to home genealogy services. I believe it is a group and a page here on Facebook, or you can just go to Randy Rhodes and chat with him in Messenger. 15 minutes will find 5 generations, and you'll probably decide that you want him to go further. Rates are the absolute lowest, I believe. I believe it is $250 per month. If you try to look for someone to do what Randy does, you will not find anyone that does it for $250 a month. It's a lot more, and you want someone who's actually going to spend time finding you what you want. I'm going to go back into here for just a second and see if I can take out the classic background and go back to the original bedroom studio background for a moment. But anyway, Jerry, if you want, you're welcome to join for the last hour or so. Going to end right about 12 noon because it's go to Walmart day and shop for a few things. One of the things I need to go shop for is a desk camera that will give just enough light when I'm on other broadcasts at night, because it gets dark here in the Fleming Island studios, and if other people are doing things, they don't like the big light on while they're watching TV or doing whatever. So that is that. Conversation can go on with anything people want to discuss, what you think we're doing in America, or what you think is being done here in America and is wrong, and how you would like to deal with it. I still think that Jerry Michaels last night on the American Rebellion had the best answer. We just need to get together and tell these people this is wrong. I don't think it's going to be as easy as that. I don't think Jerry does. I don't think anybody who does these broadcasts or is a politician is going to tell you that it's going to be as easy as we're just going to look at the government and say, you're wrong. I think we have to be as concerned with the 2024 election as we were with the 2020 election, because I don't care what you tell me about Dominion voting machines or any other voting machine or humans counting this, that, or the other thing. The thing you will always have to explain to me, or Democrats will have to explain to me, is how somewhere around 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, wherever you are, whatever time it was, I don't really give a damn anymore. Somewhere they stopped counting votes. They opened the door and allowed non-proper ballot boxes, suitcases, briefcases, trash bags to be brought into a room where once these ballots came out of voting machines and were going to be counted, the door should not have been opened. And this allowed to happen. And especially if someone showed up at a door and said, oh, I got ballots from precinct whatever, and they're in suitcases, briefcases, and trash bags. And as Jerry said yesterday, I believe, in some cases, the only office that was voted for on the ballot was president. Come on. If you're going to take the time to vote, you're going to vote for all the Republicans or Democrats or the whoever that you want. You're not just going to vote for president. At least I would think that that's not what you're going to do. So, I think you have to, it comes down to enforcement. You got one guy inside, one guy outside, and they're making sure nobody goes in unless it's an emergency and everybody inside needs to get out, or first aid, medics, whatever, need to get inside. I don't really know what the answer is. I do know, as far as Georgia goes, that Secretary of State, as I call him, Brad Ratfinkberger, has decided that the Dominion voting machine software update will not be installed on the Georgia Dominion voting machines because he claims that there is not enough time to get it installed on all of the Georgia Dominion voting machines and to be able to properly test them to make sure they are working properly before the 2024 election. I'll stop talking because I really wouldn't be polite for me to continue if the Secretary of State of Georgia was sitting on camera with me, because, it's your job. You got these voting machines. There's all kinds of questions as to whatever happened or didn't happen. Okay, you got $800 million and Tucker Carlson fired from Fox over a libel and slander suit or whatever. It's time to get to the bottom of this. Put the software update in, make sure it's working, and if it's not working, when it's time to go to the polls and vote, you shut those machines off, you take them out, and you go back to counting by hand, I guess, which is not probably any more secure than the machines counting themselves. I don't really know what the answer is, but I will go back to statements that I've made before. The Democrats planned this in 2015. Why Donald Trump won the 2016 election? Maybe they honestly didn't expect him to win, and he just flipped the tables on him and he won, or maybe they planned it for him to win. However, they, had to do it to make sure that he won. So they had 4 more years to get their plans into effect. Or, we're never going to know. I don't believe that Joe Biden was the president the Democrats had in mind in 2020. Okay? Other than a man alleged to have dementia and other issues that would warrant him basically not able to be president of the United States, would be the perfect president to have, because everybody behind him is taking care of what needs to be done, and they just come to him and go, oh, here's a bowl of ice cream, Mr. President. Oh, and by the way, you need to sign your name on all of these executive orders. Or, as I said, I think they did one better. They sat him down in the White House with a fresh box of blank executive orders and asked him to just sign them. Maybe even told him that they're going to be used as letters to Biden supporters or people that write the president. So it looks like they actually got a real letter from the president. And he probably sat there and signed his name on 100 of them and earned a bowl of ice cream, or maybe even ate ice cream while he was doing it. I really don't. I really don't know. And the ice cream thing, you know, I've experienced it. Supposedly, the studies show that I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just cold food in your brain gets your brain remembering, working a little bit better for those few moments, and you kind of are a little bit more in control of your cognitive activities. But it doesn't really matter. Elder abuse is First Lady Jill Biden responsible? Is Vice President Harris responsible? Is the cabinet responsible? Is Hunter responsible? I don't know. I don't know. Has anyone heard whether or not the Biden administration has reversed their stand that there will not be any presidential debates? Doesn't matter who they're between. There just will not be any with Joe Biden and the opposing party. He's just not going to do them. That alone should be telling people that something is wrong. And, impeachments, everybody on either side is one way or the other as to whether or not there will be an impeachment. All I can tell you is that it sounds like Speaker McCarthy got it from different Republican members of the House and has sent them to the appropriate committees who investigate them. I look at it this way. They're either going to investigate, going to claim that they have something, which they probably already do, that could impeach him, and they will impeach him just before the election. And it will be something that he will not be able to serve a second term. It will be things that the Senate Democrat majority knows that the gig is up and they have to let him go. Impeachments, and he won't be able to run. Who their candidate will be at that point, I don't think it'll matter, because it doesn't matter. Dave Globin could be the Republican candidate, and I'd probably beat them, and I'm not running. So, what will happen there, I honestly don't know. A rare Saturday Boogie with the Bull broadcast, as I used to call them. When they happen, they're 10 a.m. to 12 noon here on Facebook, on my profile, on the Boogie with the Bull True Patriot Talk public group, on a post in there, and over on the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel. We are live there with a live chat on all three. We will be upgrading our StreamYard in the near future because I got a notice from either Facebook or StreamYard that something is up and I need to take care of it. So we will be upgrading it as quickly as we can. We will move up to 8 destinations, and everything else will be the same. 10 cameras and this and that and all that other crap. We will start live streaming to the @BoogieWTBull Twitter profile when we are live, and we will be working with Twitter probably on an $8 a month blue check verification, because it includes some live stream options for Boogie with the Bull through Twitter. And that's what we're going to do. Probably we'll add Rumble around the same time. And if there's any other place that we can go, we will consider doing that as well. If you want to be a guest on a Boogie with the Bull broadcast, generally all you need to do is message me on Facebook Messenger and tell me who you are, what you are, when you would like to do it. Like I said earlier, the scheduled broadcasts are Sunday evening, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, Tuesday evening, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. That leaves Thursday open, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, if people want us to do a Boogie with the Bull broadcast on Thursday, and the rare Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 12 noon Eastern, if that helps anyone who wants a daytime broadcast. That's the best we can do right now. As far as suggesting other broadcasts that you might want to be on, yeah, there's a whole bunch of them we can suggest. Michael Anthony does a bunch throughout the week. Also, Jerry Michaels, you see him in the live chat. Gerard K. Michaels is the host of the American Rebellion Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern. Sometimes they end a little earlier. Sometimes they end a little later. Sometimes if they miss Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Saturday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., they will go on the next day. And in the rare event that they do that, there will not be a Boogie with the Bull broadcast on the Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, that might happen. Probably because hopefully we'll be able to make up not being on the night before on the American Rebellion. I really like being on the American Rebellion. And if I am heavily caffeinated and properly medicated, I actually enjoy being on there. Okay. When I'm not trying to get my mic to be the only mic people hear, I actually enjoy taking part of the conversation in what is going on. And I know that if I wait my turn, I get my chance to speak. And if I speak too long, my mic gets turned off. And it's the same kind of thing I would do on a Boogie with the Bull broadcast. But it really is a fun broadcast to watch. The live chat is always as active or more active than the panel on stage in front of you. Jerry does include the panel. He will highlight comments throughout that people make, and so that's a lot of fun. Sometimes more fun than being on a panel. But watch the broadcast tonight, Saturday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Sometimes a little later, sometimes a little earlier, if you get a chance and you're watching. And well, actually, when the broadcast ends, the cameras aren't live on StreamYard and Facebook and everywhere else anymore, so you won't really get a chance to see it. But sometimes the after the broadcast, couple of minutes that we all get to spend together is even more fun than the broadcast themselves. I used to say that in radio. That was very, very, very true. When the mics weren't on in the studio, sometimes it was highly more entertaining than what you heard over the air. But anyway, the American Rebellion, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern here on Facebook. Go to the American Rebellion blogger page. The American Rebellion blogger page. There is the American Rebellion group, but the live chat in the group, if you're watching, is not monitored, so you won't get a chance to interface with those on the broadcast and those in the live chat. So the American Rebellion blogger page is where you want to watch. They are somewhere on Rumble. I can't tell you. There's a link to a Rumble's channel and a link to a Rumble Locals channel. But Jerry can tell you, and it may actually be on the screen when you're watching. So you can watch it on Rumble if you are a Rumbleite. And you should. And you should watch Michael Anthony when he's on, I believe, tonight in the 8 o'clock hour. I believe America in Crisis is Michael Anthony's Saturday broadcast. And it's on at, I may be wrong. I was going to say it's Saturday's broadcast, but I actually believe it's Sunday's broadcast. It's on America in Crisis is on at 8 p.m. on the Michael Anthony Facebook page. And the best way to hear about Michael Anthony's broadcast is to become his friend. You'll see his notifications in the Facebook news feed, and so that you'll know when he is on too. Jen Woodruff, the homeschooling mom, I understand, is getting ready to do a podcast related to homeschooling. I think a lot that she should actually do a live broadcast if she could find a time that works for her and everyone who is interested in homeschooling. And I have said that for a long time. Jerry Michael said it last night on last night's American Rebellion. And I think he's 100% right. I think people that watch were 100% right. Just a smart, funny lady. And I had the privilege of spending most of the 3 or 4 years of Boogie with the Bulls had been on Facebook working with Jen way back in the beginning. It was Jen, Randy Rhodes, me, Michael Anthony from time to time, and a whole slew of others. And that kind of slips into the next part. If you ever thought about doing one of these stupid things, some people call them shows, I call them broadcasts. You know, if you ever thought about doing something like this, it is so much more simpler than you think. Okay, and I can show you how. You can download the 20-hour a month demo StreamYard kit. It takes about 15 minutes max to teach you how to work it. Find a time, plug it in, be on Facebook. If you got a YouTube channel, you can be on your YouTube channel at the same time. If you are an admin of groups, you can link it to your groups. On the free demo, you only get one place to 20-hour a month demo account. You only get one destination. So my suggestion is that you just do it to your Facebook profile. But packages start with 3 destinations, so you have to decide 8 destinations, 10 destinations. You get back up into the true broadcast program packages, then it's all unlimited, but they cost a whole lot more. But realistically, the 20-hour a month free demo package will work and get you on probably enough that you want to be on. And then you just find the time to do it, or you just do it whenever you want and hope people watch, and then you go from there. It's that simple. You want to be on the Boogie with the Bull panels. Again, they are normally 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Sunday evening, Tuesday evening, Thursday evening if there is need to do one, and the rare Saturday morning broadcasts are 10 a.m. Eastern to 12 noon Eastern, and they're kind of just a mishmash free-for-all of whatever happens. And if there's another time that is not a time that we normally do, and it's a good time for you, and you want to be on a broadcast, and you have a reason for being on a broadcast, I will work with you, and we'll find a time slot for you. And yes, I will pass you along to others. I will suggest you to Jerry. I will suggest you to Michael. I will suggest you to a whole lot of other people that some aren't even on Facebook anymore. They're on Rumble. They're on YouTube. And we'll just try to get you and your information out to the world, because that's what I want to do. So it's it's just really simple. Anyway, let's see. We're an hour and 18 minutes into today's Boogie with the Bull, a rare Saturday broadcast. I was trying to see what time it was, but it slipped off the clock. It is 11:23, so that means there's about 37 minutes left. If there are things that people want to talk about, come on into the live chats on Facebook, the Dave Goldman profile, which I'm watching on the monitor on my left because it doesn't always come up on the live producer screen. The Boogie with the Bull True Patriot Talk public group. That group is open to everybody on Facebook. So just go into the group. You don't even have to be a member. You can be a visitor. Scroll through the news feed. You'll see that we're live. Go in there. That's a live chat. Or go over to the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel. Become one of the 1,000 subscribers that has watched 4,000 hours of Boogie with the Bull programming. And then it's pennies from heaven from YouTube. And we will all live well and prosper. Going to do this just because I'm going to do this. Jen Woodruff put a lot of effort into it. This is the Boogie with the Bull Uncensored ceramic mug. It is a true bipartisan mug. If you are a leftist, socialist, Democrat member of Facebook, you can hold it in your left hand and everybody will see that you support Boogie with the Bull Uncensored. If you are a right-wing conservative right-wing conservative Republican, you can hold it in your right hand, and everybody will see that you are a true supporter of Boogie with the Bull Uncensored. And I say true supporter because, unfortunately, I really wanted a ceramic mug. So we worked on being able to order one. The only way to do it in the price range that we could really afford to do it was finding a place that would pump one at a time out for people who order one at a time. The mug itself with the two logos on it is $10, and shipping is $10. It comes to you in this very protective styrofoam box, bubble packed on the inside so that it won't break. And so, like I said, it's $10 for the mug and $10 for the shipping, makes it $20. We're working on a travel mug that will have the logos on the inside, fixing logos on the mug, protected, and figuring that they might probably come out at around $15. I don't know. If they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. T-shirts may happen in the very near future. I like T-shirts more than I care about the mugs and the travel mugs, to be honest with you. I like polo shirts too, because I like to wear polo shirts more than I like to wear T-shirts, but we'll figure it out. If you can help us with the marketing efforts there, because either you can make polo shirts for us with the logo on it, or T-shirts with the logo, or ceramic mugs, or travel mugs, or even Boogie with the Bull dartboards. Let me know. Not out to make money, not out to monetize anything off the broadcast to support myself or pay anybody who was ever on a Boogie with the Bull broadcast. I do this for nothing because I want to do it for nothing. It's the whole point of getting the information out to as many people as need to hear what is going on in America and talk about what we can do to fix it. And it was never about me making any money. Any profit that we make from anything we merchandise will be donated to charities, and I mean real charities like Soup Mama official Charisse Moser, who spends all the waking hours that she has collecting things to donate to the people of East Palestine, Ohio, where the train went boom and all that bad stuff went up in the air, and other situations just like that Charisse does. Go to the Soup Mama official page and you can see all kinds of information on what she is doing. A 501c3 charity organization. That means that any money that you donate is tax deductible. If you are a business and you have product or service to donate, there is a business kit that if you let Charisse know, she will send to you. You fill it out, you return it to her, and anything that you give, whether it is monetary or product or service donations, are tax deductible as well. But I hope that that's not the only reason why you would be doing that. Then we look around for other groups that we can help. Vets charities are very important to me. They always have been. And, we can help you. Justin Bayard has 40 acres of land. I forget where in Pennsylvania that he operates camps for kids as well as camps for vets whenever he can. I would love to see the money come in to help him operate a bunch of those throughout the year. He's also looking at trying to do other events to support his charities of choice. And I would very much like to be a part of that. Anyway, let's see, an hour and 24 minutes for today's Boogie with the Bull broadcast. If there really isn't anything else left to discuss, then we'll wrap this one up and we'll be back Sunday evening, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Again, if you want to be on the broadcast, there are 10 camera guests. So 10 people can be on the broadcast. So myself, and I generally count myself and Randy Rhodes because he is the co-host of the Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, if it happens, and the rare Saturdays for now. And if others want to become a co-host, then that is welcome. But my point to that ramble is that there are only 10 cameras available. And if there are ever more than 10 people that want to be on the broadcast that don't have to be on the broadcast at once, we may have to switch people out and bring people on. And, it would be fantastic. The one better thing right there is that if any of the guests have broadcasts that are on StreamYard, we can actually link all of our StreamYards together. So a guest has Boogie with the Bull on their destinations, and Boogie with the Bull has the guests broadcast on our destinations. And if that works for everybody, we have a network of conservative patriot broadcasters, as I call them, or just a conservative patriot talk, or whatever you want to call it on your broadcast. We have a big network together going through Facebook and YouTube and everywhere else is going. And in the event of an emergency, if we ever could link us all together to cover that, we're just doing. And maybe one day it grows into a network of its own. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up and tie it up, put the ribbon on it, and say tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. Eastern. If you want to be a part of that, message me until 6:30 tomorrow evening to message me. Otherwise, the link will be displayed on the screen like it is right now. It'll be a different link tomorrow, but the link will be right there. As much of the broadcast as it can be, and anyone is welcome to come on. All I ask is that everybody treats each other equally with respect that they would want if it was their broadcast, or just equally on the panel. And if you don't do that with anyone, then you may get bounced off the panel and not be allowed to come back, because that's what this is all about. Everybody gets a chance to talk. Everybody gets a chance to bring in their own emotion or whatever when it is their turn to talk, and then we listen to everybody else. James Bradley, who is a candidate for Rhode Island. He's a Republican candidate down in Rhode Island, and I owe James a fantastic, from the bottom of my heart, Boogie with the Bull apology, because James joined one of our groups, the MAGA News Nation group, and in doing an extensive background check on members, as I've been known to do and other admins are known to do and moderators do when we have them all in a group, I blew it, because a while back there was a James Bradley who appeared to be in New York, had won a large New York State lottery, and was giving the money away. That was a scam. The picture that was used was a Dr. James P. Bradley. And, so it's kind of hard when you come across all of that. And James is a great guy. James, you are not late. There's a couple minutes left if you want to pop on between now and 12 noon when I was going to end, or tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. Eastern, we're going to go live, and I will make sure at 6:45 I send you the link if you wish, and you can be on for as much time as you want to be on with us. I would really appreciate it. It is up to you. I'll leave it up to you either way. I can give you about 26 minutes. I have to end at 12 noon. So it's up to you. You want to come on for a few minutes, you are more than welcome to come on for a few minutes. The link is right there on the screen. Take the StreamYard.com/SU66N7IARK. Put that into your browser, and it will bring you over here. Or, like I said, if you want to come on for more time, we'll do a whole 2-hour broadcast tomorrow with a panel, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern time. And we can go from there, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. Either way, I'll leave it up to you. It's probably better to come on and do the 7 p.m. tomorrow, Sunday evening, because, like I said, there'll just be more time. I'm looking to wrap this up. I unfortunately can't go after 12 noon today. I have something that I have to go do, and I just can't be late to go do it. So, James, why don't you plan on tomorrow evening, like I said, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. You can let me know by as late as 6:30 tomorrow evening, yes or no. And if we can't, then maybe we'll try to find some time during the week to bring you on. I think you're going to be a great guy to have on Boogie with the Bull broadcast in our discussions. Very knowledgeable, very knowledgeable GOP guy, and a candidate. I believe it is in Rhode Island is where he is running. I believe he has run in California before, Laguna Niguel, but I believe right now he is running in Rhode Island. And Rhode Island, as I had said to him, has great place in my heart. Tiverton, Rhode Island is a beautiful place. As I have said on many Boogie with the Bull broadcasts, I call it Boogie Beach because it's right on the water, and it would just be a beautiful place to one day retire to, or even spend vacation time at. I love being here in Florida with my wife and my family. I know I don't acknowledge that a lot, but I really do. But part of me would love to be at Boogie Beach, Tiverton, Rhode Island, as often as we can. And to the person who is coming up on the live producer screen right now that says Facebook user, at the end of this broadcast, well, I mean, you can tell me who you are now, but at the end of this broadcast, go to StreamYard. Actually, I'll type it in, and maybe you'll see it, because I'm not sure exactly where you are, but I'm going to type it in. You need to go to StreamYard.com/Facebook. You need to go to StreamYard.com/Facebook. So that's live. You see that if you're watching on the Boogie with the Bull. Well, that won't work for you on the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel, so don't do that. But if you're watching on Facebook, next time before you watch, go to StreamYard. I don't have this one saved. I didn't get a chance. I didn't think to save this one before we came on. But StreamYard.com/Facebook. Okay. Go to StreamYard.com/Facebook. Put that into your browser. And about halfway down, you'll see a green or a blue bar that says give permission. Tap on that. That gives permission for StreamYard to use your Facebook username and profile picture. I'll see it on the live producer screen, and I'll see it in the live chats on Facebook. And that way I know who you are. And I want to know who you are because I want to acknowledge when you're watching. I don't have a problem acknowledging Facebook user is watching, but I would rather know who you are so I can embarrass you in front of everybody else who is watching. So do that for me, and it'll make everybody else know who you're watching. If you like the broadcast, share the broadcast everywhere you can on Facebook. If you want to help get us recognized on more social media networks, go to the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel, subscribe, and then from there you can take any Boogie with the Bull broadcast on there and share it to social media networks that you use, and maybe we'll end up everywhere on social media. We're not out to be the biggest, out to be one of the best, not out to be the biggest, but we just want to help get information out to the masses. There's always people that should come on and tell the rest of the world what they are doing, and we want to help. And then, like I said earlier, after you're on a Boogie with the Bull broadcast, we want to send you over to Jerry Michaels and the American Rebellion. We want to send you over to Michael Anthony and a lot of the broadcasts that he does. There are so many of them that I can't remember the names of all of them. And then kick you around to other people that we know if you might benefit by working with them. And then that way we help everybody get out and get the information they have to the public. And that's pretty much what Boogie with the Bull was always meant to be, a panel discussion with me and the panel and those watching in the live chats and those watching on any other destination that we have that we can be on to get you on. We are working with Twitter to blue check verify at Boogie WT Bull, the Boogie with the Bull Twitter account. Right now we can send a broadcast to them, but I need more destinations. So we're going to upgrade StreamYard this week, hopefully, and have 10. And then that'll work. We're also going to drop it on Rumble just to get it on Rumble and see how that goes. If you are the people in charge of any place that can like to see Boogie with the Bull on there, or suggested, even if we just launch a Boogie with the Bull group and post the broadcasts in the group, that works. We did that over on American Patriot Social Network, AmericanPatriotSocial.com, all one word, AmericanPatriotSocial.com. And we're behind in posting there. Also on Gab, we were going to do it in the Boogie with the Bull group there, get that caught up with some broadcasts on YouTube. On YouTube, we're already there. On MeWe, we were going to take one of the groups we have on MeWe and rename it and make sure the broadcasts are there on StreetLock. We are working on something new. We're working on, hopefully, the Boogie with the Bull page with the Boogie with the Bull page chat coming soon to StreetLock Messenger, because right now, from what I understand, group chats are not available, but page chats are. So the Boogie with the Bull page will have all kinds of great stuff for you to read and share, and the Boogie with the Bull broadcast will be there from the YouTube channel. And then in the page chat, anything people want to talk about. Also here on Facebook, we do have the Boogie with the Bull True Patriot Talk public group chat. Means that you should be able to search it, you should be able to join it, and you should be able to invite your friends to do the same. It's basically the same thing as a Facebook group. People can post in it, people can share from it, but people can chat in there too. So take a look at that. The groups we have on Facebook that I'm going to wrap this up are American Regulators, Conservative Freedom Defenders, Red Patriots for America, and the Hardcore Conservatives group. Those are our private groups. Over on the public side, Boogie with the Bull, True Patriot Talk, public group. Everybody on Facebook can see it, visit it, and participate in it. You can join it if you really want to. Then we are also working very hard with Veta Harmon over at MAGA News Nation to public group, MAGA News Nation public group, to build that up as the number one Facebook MAGA news group. What we're looking looking for is people from all 50 states to report the MAGA news in your state and any other MAGA news that you see across the nation. Get that going. There's some other things in the works that I'm not going to mention yet because they haven't updated yet, but some other things with MAGA. We would like to take the MAGA News Nation group, turn it into a MAGA community here on Facebook, and possibly link it to other places. And if you're interested in that, you can talk to me, you can talk to Betta, you can talk to everybody. If you're in a MAGA group on Facebook or you run a MAGA group on Facebook, then you should talk to us, and hopefully we can just make sure we get President Trump reelected in November. Because we can't do this, and you can't help. Anyway, I'm Dave Wood, and you're not. Thank you for the privilege of letting me abuse your time. This is the portion of the broadcast when I say you are watching a rare Boogie with the Bull Uncensored Saturday broadcast, which is a copyright presentation of the No Budget Broadcasting Company. We own the logo, we own the coffee cup logo, they own me, they own everything associated with the broadcast. Equal time is always given to responsible parties with opposing views. What that means is that if you read something in the live chat that you do not agree with, or you hear something out of my mouth or the mouth of anyone else that was on the panel of a broadcast, you have a right to come to a Boogie with the Bull Uncensored broadcast, as long as the person who said or did whatever you didn't like agrees to come on, and you and that person will politely, calmly, rationally discuss it along with the rest of the panel. And the panel, not counting me if I'm one of the people involved in your complaint, will listen and decide. And the final decision of the panel is legally binding on me as the host. Anyway, that's how it goes around here. Because I can sit here and talk about what we should do on a broadcast, but I'm not telling you what you should do. I'm just telling you suggestions, things that you should look at, things that you should decide in making your own decision. But this is always your decision on what you're going to do, and not just telling you what you should do and hoping you will do it because I'm telling you what to do. Anyway, an hour and 43 minutes, I guess, seems to be enough. Don't care to really ramble it on to 12 noon. And I got to be ready to walk out the door at 12 noon. So as I said, tomorrow, Sunday, the 16th, 7 p.m. Eastern, Boogie with the Bull Uncensored returns. And James Bradley, if you are interested in being on, message me on Facebook anytime before 6:30, and I will make sure you get the link if you want to come on. Otherwise, come into the live chat like you did and be a part of the live chat with the panel. It is up to you. If you want to become on to a Boogie with the Bull broadcast, this is where we kind of draw the line a little different than other people. If you can, we want you to be your face and your mic on the broadcast. If you're in a situation where your face and your mic can't be on, meaning that you're not in front of a camera that you can do it on, then we'll make some exceptions here and there. But realistically, I feel that if we as a panel are here and can do it, unless there's a pretty good reason why you can't be on camera with your mic going, then exceptions can always be made. As far as being on the panel and being on a broadcast, yes, a cellular phone, camera, and microphone will work. Unfortunately, StreamYard, knowing that it is a cellular phone and a camera, if your phone all of a sudden is getting a phone call while you are live on a broadcast, might bump you from the broadcast, and then you have to come back. But I tell people all the time, if you're going to be at an event and you'd love to have it done as a live Boogie with the Bull broadcast, a cellular phone, camera, and mic will generally work. The only thing I ask is that if you're gonna use it to be a panel member, that you have it sturdy somewhere, stand it up somewhere where it's not going to fall down, hopefully, and we go from there. Anyway, I'm Dave Globin. You're not. Thank you for the privilege of letting me abuse your time for a rare Boogie with the Bull Saturday broadcast. Again, thanks to Randy Rhodes for joining us. And tomorrow, Sunday, the 16th, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern time. If you want to be on the broadcast, let me know. And by 6:30 tomorrow evening, and you will get an invite. Otherwise, you can come in and take whatever the link is and send it there. If you enjoyed watching the broadcast, please share it with your friends on Facebook. If you didn't enjoy watching the broadcast, please share it with your friends on Facebook anyway, because maybe they will enjoy it and share it with their friends. And if you want to share it off of Facebook, again, go over to the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel, take it and share it from there. The only reason I say that before I go is because Facebook every once in a while makes it difficult for me or my broadcast to be shared someplace else. And what they may do is make the person who wants to watch it sign into Facebook, or else they can't watch it. And a lot of times over on MeWe, where people are not Facebook members, they won't be able to watch it. And not that MeWe members want to watch anything on Facebook anyway. But if you do want to help share it off of Facebook, like I said, go to the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel, subscribe, and then take it and share it anywhere you want. I just want to know where you take it and share it so that I can make sure I go watch it wherever you shared it, because comments still get put in when it becomes a podcast, and I want to know what people had to say during it, and I will make sure that I include them in the next Boogie with the Bull broadcast. Anyway, I'm Dave Wilman. You're not. One more time, double B's for victory. This Boogie with the Bull broadcast is going to come to an end, and we're going to come down and try to